What's up, YouTube? Today I want to talk about vibration. Vibration is the foundation upon which all that exists. Essentially, we live in a holographic reality. This is maintained by vibration and light meeting in multiple places simultaneously, giving us the illusion of a world, of life, of things which are solid, things which are not. This is the matrix in which we exist. For all intents and purposes, it is real. It is real enough that it is completely believable. And this is intentional. This is not something that was done to us. We chose, as creators, as an aspect of the all, as an aspect of source consciousness. We chose to exist here where we exist now, when we exist, and how we exist. This vibration is the primordial that sound that is chanted by gurus, that sound which is chanted by monks and aspiring meditators, is a harmonizing and aligning vibration which brings us closer to source consciousness. That is consciousness which is all. Consciousness which is simultaneously aware of all that is, and simultaneously is all that is. It is everything. Moving towards this consciousness, aligning to this consciousness, is what we call awakening or enlightenment. The understanding that all is one. The experience, more so, that all is one. This is the experience of truth. All other truths are relative by comparison, are relative to limited experience, which is essentially a distortion of what is actually true. There's nothing wrong in this. It is simply an experience. Now within this source vibration, within this, we all exist. We all live our lives. And we can even make sounds within this vibration. We can experience frequencies. I want to talk about the different kinds of sounds, vibrations, frequencies that we are able to experience, that can be experienced, at least as a human. The most obvious and notable and accessible one is that which we can hear with our ears, that sense perception of sound. We use this to make music, we use this to communicate, to express ideas and perspectives. Sound is essential for the human experience. But our understanding of sound is very limited. Our understanding of vibration is very limited, because for most people, vibration is only that which happens within their audible range. Vibration is infinite, both in its uses and its scope. We only perceive a very narrow window of vibration and what it is capable of. So I would like to now move into more subtle vibrations. There's the mental vibration, the vibration of mind, of thoughts. Thoughts are also an aspect of vibration. They hold a frequency, and any thought which is possible to hold within your mind is a frequency. Any idea is a frequency. It is its own perspective, its own consciousness, its own aspect of consciousness. And then there are emotions. Emotions are also frequency. They're also vibration. They can be felt, not heard. They are a little more subtle. Emotions can be perceived when one is in touch with their intuition. It is possible to feel that which other people are feeling without having spoken a word, without having touched them, even from a great distance, if one is trained, or if one trains themselves to perceive this. It is possible. And then, on an even more subtle level, there is frequency which happens on a psychic level. And when I say psychic, I do not mean perceiving the future. I mean more to the effect of it's very non-physical. It's not emotional, it's not physical, it's not mental. It is beyond those planes. Perhaps even astral is more accurate. There are frequency-based beings which exist only in this realm, in the psychic or astral realm. There are entire experiences and wealth of knowledge which can be known in this place. This is not readily accessible to most human beings. Through practices of awareness and through mind-altering substances, this can be experienced. This state can be explored, this part of existence. And I myself have taken journeys to this place. This is possible through any of what we call hallucinogenic substances. But a word of caution for those of you who are considering doing this, or for those of you who do explore this place, be aware there are both malevolent and benevolent beings which inhabit this realm. And in our disconnected state, as most humans are in, this realm and these beings are not accessible to us, or they're at least not perceivable. When you enter into this place, it is wise to be prepared. It is wise to have someone who is capable of protecting you or teaching you how to protect yourself. You may have heard the term psychic attack. In some older videos, I have discussed what it is like to experience that. It's most unpleasant. For those of you who know, you know. And for those of you who don't know, it probably sounds like fantasy. And I will not deny you your perspective. That is yours to hold. Perceive as you wish. I am only relaying my experience. But within the, what I call psychic space, there are many things which can be experienced. Many things can be learned. Many vibrations can be explored. One of the most relevant to human awakening and to our purpose on this planet at this time is the exploration of the vibration of love. Love is the connective force which ultimately brings us back to oneness, which ultimately brings us back to source, which allows us to know ourselves as we are, as we truly are, not as we perceive ourselves to be, or as we are told that we are by others. Love brings us back into unity, consciousness, back into oneness. That is why it is so powerful. That is why it is the vibration and the response of gurus, masters, people that are perceived to be enlightened, it is always said that they are radiating love. Because love is truly the most sensible response to being surrounded by beings which perceive themselves as separate from all else, and who act based on that feeling or experience of separateness. Love brings us into unity. Love brings us together. If you are wishing to evolve, to truly expand your consciousness, if you are wishing to move towards enlightenment or oneness, or what some people call God, then for every experience, for every action of yourself, for every thought you have, for every action of anyone else you can see, or for anyone else you can experience, for every possible experience, if your response is that of love, that is the quickest and surest way to move towards unity, towards God, towards source consciousness. Of course, this can be difficult to do. And if you wish to move and access these vibrations, which are normally invisible or unknown to humans, you must elevate your consciousness, and do this by self-reflecting. You must exit cyclical thoughts, because they will keep you trapped in a loop. Cyclical thoughts will keep you stuck in your day-to-day routine and frustrations and perceived separateness and relationships. It will keep you stuck in parts of life that you do not wish to experience. This is done first by becoming aware that you have cyclical thoughts, that your thoughts are recycling the same ones over and over and over, waiting for you to become aware that those thoughts are not you. That in fact you could barely claim them as your thoughts at all. That what you truly are is a witnessing awareness. Thoughts are essential for us to move through this world. The vibration of thoughts. We could not experience a separate reality without them. We need them. We need the ego in order to exist on this planet. If we fully transcend and remove thoughts and ego from our existence, we will cease to exist as physical beings. It is unavoidable. Because they are essentially the antithesis of love. They are what allows us to separate ourselves from one another, as is fear. If there's anything in your life that brings you into a state of fear, it is something which surely you should be removing from your life or transcending, if at all possible. Fear will trap you into an aspect of life which will not benefit you. Fear is something that it's just something which needs to be understood. It is a state of consciousness which is limiting, very limiting. Almost, I wonder if there's even anything more limiting than the state of fear. The only real purpose of fear is to help keep you in your body. that's basically it. This can be useful if you wish to stay in your body. But if you wish to perceive more than your physical reality, it is something which must be dealt with, must be let go of. When fear is released, love naturally follows. Love and awareness. When one comes into love and awareness, one begins to see that all is one, that all is connected. And from this state of connected oneness, fear becomes impossible. YouTube. So, I decided to redo the very last part of the video, which was basically just saying that feel free to leave comments in, below, and I'll put a link in the description to Patreon if you guys want to support this channel. Like I said, share your thoughts, what do you think about this? And if you have any questions, ask them. I will do my best to answer them. If I get a ton of the same questions, I might just make a whole nother video. If you want more content like this, of course, subscribe. And yeah, so I get kind of spacey when I talk about stuff like this because it's very non-physical. So typically I talk a little bit faster, but then when I start talking about consciousness and oneness and source and love, then I kind of get slow and a little more rhythmic and kind of just like spacey. So have a good one, y'all.